In the heart of an endless desert, a kingdom of sand and shadow, two legends are born from the very elements they command. This is a realm torn between the deepest night and the harshest light, and in this crucible, two kings will rise to claim a throne forged by destiny itself. This is the tale of their inevitable, cataclysmic clash. Imagine a darkness so complete, it swallows the stars. From this very abyss, the Black Panther emerges. He is not just an animal. He is a whisper in the wind, a shadow given form and fury. His paws make no sound on the shifting dunes. His eyes gleam like twin coals in the midnight hour. Every muscle is a coiled spring, every movement a masterclass in silent lethality. He is the night incarnate, the hunter that is never seen until it's too late. The desert's creatures speak of him in hushed tones, a phantom king who rules the dark, whose territory is the very concept of shadow. He is patient, intelligent, and utterly unstoppable. He is the end of the line. But as the sun scorches the sky, a different power descends. From the blinding glare of the silver light, a figure of myth takes shape. The White Lion, he is not merely a creature of flesh and bone, but an avatar of the sun's righteous fury. His mane is like spun moonlight, his roar a thunderclap that shakes the heavens and the earth. He is a being of ice and fire, honor and raw power. Where the panther is stealth, the lion is strength. Where the panther is a scalpel, the lion is a storm. He walks with the confidence of a god, his presence a beacon of untamed majesty. He is the desert's blazing heart, a king who rules by divine right. Their paths were always meant to cross. The desert is not large enough for two such titans, for two opposing forces of nature. This is more than a territorial dispute. It is a philosophical war fought with fang and claw. The silent, calculating darkness against the proud, roaring light. The Black Panther sees the White Lion as a gaudy spectacle, a loud and arrogant pretender to a throne that can only be won through cunning and silence. To him, the lion's honor is a weakness, his brilliance a beacon for his own demise. Conversely, the White Lion views the panther as a coward, a creature that thrives in the absence of courage, striking from the shadows because it fears the light of a true battle. He sees the panther's stealth as deceit, his silence as a confession of his own inferiority. For the White Lion, true kingship is about facing your enemies head-on, your strength and honor on full display for all to witness. The stage is set, the air grows still, thick with anticipation. The smaller creatures of the desert have long since fled, sensing the imminent collision of gods. The wind itself holds its breath. From one side of a vast, cratered dune, the Black Panther materializes from the twilight shadows, a fluid silhouette of pure, concentrated night. He moves low to the ground, a predator perfected by millennia of evolution. Each step is a deliberate, calculated advance into enemy territory. He is a living embodiment of potential energy, ready to explode into action at the slightest provocation. On the opposite ridge, bathed in the last rays of the setting sun, the White Lion stands, a statue of alabaster and gold. He does not hide, he announces his presence with a low, rumbling growl that vibrates through the very sand. He is a fortress of muscle and might, his gaze locked onto the creeping darkness below. He accepts the challenge, not with fear, but with the righteous indignation of a king whose domain has been trespassed. The confrontation begins not with a roar, but with a dance, a deadly ballet of feints and tests. The panther circles a flowing river of black, probing for weakness and opening a moment of distraction. He uses the terrain to his advantage, disappearing behind rock formations only to reappear from another angle, a ghost playing tricks on the eye. He is testing the lion's patience, trying to lure him into a foolish, angry charge. But the White Lion is no fool. He is ancient, wise, and his fury is a controlled burn. He stands his ground, pivoting with an impossible grace for a creature his size, keeping his luminous eyes fixed on the ever-shifting shadow. He knows his strength lies in endurance and overwhelming power. He will not waste it chasing a phantom. He waits for the panther to commit. For the moment, the hunter becomes the hunted. And then, the moment arrives, under the first pale light of the rising moon, the panther strikes. He doesn't charge, he launches, he becomes a black arrow aimed at the lion's throat. It is a move of absolute precision and terrifying speed. For any other creature, it would be the final, fatal blow. But the white lion is not any other creature. With a deafening roar that is both a war cry and a physical force, he meets the charge head-on. The impact is titanic. Sand and fury erupt into the night sky as the two kings collide. Claws-like sides meet a wall of muscle and a thick, protective mane. Jaws that can crush bone snap at empty air as the two combatants roll and tumble in a maelstrom of violence. The panther, agile and quick, uses his smaller frame to his advantage. He twists and turns, raking his claws across the lion's flanks, trying to bleed the giant, to wear him down. He is a whirlwind of black, a dozen attacks from a dozen different directions at once. He slips from the lion's grasp like water, only to strike again from a new, unexpected angle. His strategy is death by 1,000 cuts. The lion, however, endures. He absorbs the blows, his immense stamina fueling his rage. His strategy is simpler, more direct. He needs to land just one solid blow. He uses his massive paws not just to strike, but to parry, to block, to control the space around him. He catches the panther in a sweeping blow, sending the dark hunter tumbling through the sand. For a split second, the panther is stunned, his fluid motion interrupted. It's the only opening the white lion needs. He pounces, not with the quickness of the panther, but with the finality of an avalanche. He pins the shadow to the earth, his immense weight and power overwhelming the panther's frantic struggles. The silent killer is silenced, the phantom is captured. The battle is not over, but the tide has irrevocably turned. The white lion does not deliver an immediate final blow. He stands over his defeated rival, his chest heaving, his breath coming in ragged gasps. In his eyes, there is not just the fire of victory, but a flicker of respect for the warrior he has bested. He has proven his point. The light has conquered the darkness. As the dawn breaks, painting the desert in hues of orange and gold, a single figure stands atop the highest dune. The white lion, battered but unbroken, lets out a roar that echoes across the kingdom. It is not just a sound of victory, it is a proclamation. A declaration that honor, strength, and courage have won the day. The dunes now belong to him. The Black Panther, a vanquished shadow, slinks away into the fading night, his pride wounded, his reign over. This was not just a fight, it was destiny written in sand and fury. A story that the desert will tell for 1,000 years. When the storm finally settles, one king remains, his rule absolute, his legend immortalized by the rising sun. Thank you so much for joining us on this epic journey. If you were captivated by this tale of kings and kingdoms, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories from the wild. Let us know in the comments who you were rooting for. Until next time, stay legendary.